The amount of money that has recently entered the mining industry, especially the junior mining sector, has been staggering. This was one of the main topics of conversation at this week's PDAC in Toronto. We decided to ask some of the experts there whether this was a sign of a market top. So Brett, you were saying that you're finding something shocking this year at the PDAC.
This PDAC has reminded me a lot of 1997, and there's just so much money flooding into this sector right now. I mean, last year alone, $5.3 billion was raised on the venture exchange. The money's just flooding in, and quite honestly, there's not enough quality projects and companies to absorb that. So a lot of money's going into substandard projects and companies. So that's kind of what's really striking me. I don't know how much longer this can go, but it's probably not going to end well.
Well, I'm not shocked at all, Daniela. Every investment cycle has its top and its bottom. And it's obvious we're not at the bottom. And so the question is, are we close to a top? Well, if you see people rushing in, a number of people rushing in, the number of new players coming in, it looks frothy.
It's difficult to quantify, but certainly if you look at what we've seen in Mexico, there's something like almost 400 gold/silver projects that we looked at, and there's probably more in that country than any country in the world at the moment. And a lot of that is through junior companies, and of course they are funded by the market. So yes, I would say, judging by the level of activity in Mexico, there is still a lot of money coming into the junior sector.
But is there a danger there? Does that mean that's a sign of a top?
Well, it could be, but I think and this PDAC conference has been so busy, and people saying, is this the top 27,000 people here? It's difficult to say. We are seeing a lot of new people coming into this industry. Now, sometimes in the past we said, well, maybe this is a sign of the top, but I think there's some serious new money coming and some serious new players coming into the precious metal markets.
To put all your money in junior miners is a risky proposition, because they cratered in 2008, and if we get a pullback of a couple $100, and that's not impossible, they're going to crater again.
The junior mining sector is the growth area. That's where the discoveries are, and the seniors coming out of the trough of 2008 had an advantage. They were in production and the prices were going up, so their treasuries started filling. The juniors, on the other hand, had dropped really hard and didn't have access to that capital. They were exploring, and now the seniors are looking, where do we get our growth? And the juniors, which a lot of people think are risky, to me, the environment we're going into is going to be inflationary, and what is considered risky is really going to be conservative. It's going to be what is going to protect your assets.
For Kitco News, I'm Daniela Cambone. Send us your comments and questions at newsfeedback@kitco.com.